If you're looking for the best countertop water filter, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Apex MR1050 Countertop Drinking Water Filter. The Apex MR1050 doesn't just remove undesirable particles from your water, it actually helps balance the pH levels to better suit your body chemistry. That's not to say that it won't eliminate any junk floating around, because it certainly will. Chlorine, heavy metals, and microorganisms will all be picked up and filtered out, leaving behind nothing but pure, clean liquid. It then adds certain minerals back into the water, such as potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These are all essential, and since your body can't produce them on its own, it's important to have a filter that serves them up. It's easy to set up as well, as it fits any standard tap. You can have it up and running in minutes, even if you're not the handiest individual around. However, it may take trial and error to get it screwed on correctly, because it will leak if it's not threaded perfectly. That's an easy problem to solve and one that's not sufficient for us to penalize the Apex MR1050 too harshly. This is the best countertop filter we found, and it's well deserving of its spot at the top of this list. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Ecosoft Countertop Water Filter System. Being on a limited budget doesn't mean you can't enjoy clean, pure water, thanks to the Ecosoft filter system. This option is both affordable and high quality, making it our choice for the best countertop water filter for the money. The filter lasts between 3 and 6 months, giving you plenty of value for your money and limiting the number of times that you need to swap it out. It uses a coconut-based activated carbon shell, ensuring that no stray BPAs make it into your liquid. The unit is easy to install, with no drilling required, so you won't have to deface your countertops to put it in. That's not to say that it's perfect, however. The line is short and rigid, giving you limited placement options, and while the company boasts that they offer a free filter, actually getting them to send it to you is a hassle. While those issues are undoubtedly annoying, they're not enough to penalize the Ecosoft filter system too harshly, which is why it slots in at number 2 on this list. The number 3 position is held by BRONDELL H630 Countertop Water Filter System. The BRONDELL H630 looks more like a sleek desktop computer than a water filter and may just be as sophisticated as the latest PC. It uses a 3-step nano-trap filtration system designed to reduce turbidity and eliminate most microorganisms, and it can even screen out certain viruses. Its ability to weed out undesirable particles rivals that of many larger, under-cabinet systems. Despite its sophisticated components, it's just as easy to set up and use as most other countertop models. All you do is screw it onto the tap and press the button when you want filtered water. Swapping out old filters is a breeze too. It's one of the more expensive countertop models, though, so all that sophistication comes at a price. Also, the higher cost doesn't guarantee a durable design, as the button breaks easily if handled too roughly. As long as it keeps working, and you can afford it, the BRONDELL H630 will provide superior performance in an attractive package, making it well deserving of the number 3 spot here. Next at number 4 we have AQUASANA AQ4000W Countertop Water Filter System. The AQUASANA AQ4000W may not be much to look at, but its high-end performance belies its unassuming package. It's especially good at taking chlorine out of your water, boasting a 97% success rate. It doesn't just stop there, it also reduces 76 other pollutants, including lead, pesticides, and pharmaceutical drugs. It's not especially cheap up front, but it has a tremendous capacity, making it a good bargain down the line. You shouldn't need to replace your filters that often with this thing. Environmentally conscious types should appreciate the fact that fewer filter replacements means less waste, and the new filters don't have a ton of plastic on them. It's not without its flaws though. It tends to leak a little bit, and those replacement filters are fairly expensive. Also, unscrewing a filter can require tremendous strength after it's been on for several months. Overall, the AQUASANA AQ4000W is a good system that should meet all your needs. It just doesn't quite meet the same standard as our top 3 options. The number 5 position is held by HomeMaster TMJR F2 Junior F2 Countertop Water Filtration System. If the last thing you need is another gadget cluttering up your kitchen, the HomeMaster Junior F2 may be the perfect filter for you. The system will sit discreetly on your countertop without dominating it. It's small enough that you can easily take it on your travels, giving you an extra bang for your buck. Despite its diminutive stature, it's capable of knocking out most of the unwanted particles in your H2O, as it can remove up to 93% of chemicals, like chlorine. It also boasts 5-micron discs to keep sediment from floating in your liquid. It does next to nothing to improve the flavor though, so if you have skunky water coming out of your taps, you might want to find a different filter. While installation is simple, it's quite sensitive, so if you don't have it on perfectly, water will spray everywhere. The number 6 position is dominated by iSpring CKCIC Countertop Water Filter. The iSpring CKCIC is a basic model that comes in at a competitive price, making it a good choice for the user that values basic function over flash. It's certainly not much to look at, with its simple blue housing over a white base and a stainless steel spigot. That blue housing, however, covers a 5-micron carbon block cartridge capable of taking out 95% of problematic ingredients, with a special emphasis on volatile organic compounds. It can also support other brands' filters, making it a versatile option. It's quite small, making it a good choice for cramped kitchens. That means it can only treat a limited amount of water at a time, however. It's prone to leaking, and even if you can put an end to that, expect it to drip, which is annoying and wasteful. It allows air bubbles inside the housing as well, which can cause the water to sputter as it comes out. The iSpring CKCIC is a good barebones option, but if you're looking for a serious water filtration system, you'll need to keep looking. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Amazon Basics AMZBG30CW Countertop Water Filter. In keeping with the brand's ethos, the Amazon Basics AMZBG30CW is quite basic. It's a plain white canister with a stainless steel spout coming out the top. It has an impressive 30,000 gallon capacity, giving you plenty of value for the reasonable price. It also has a diverter valve, so you can save the filtered water for drinking and use the regular stuff for other stuff. There's no filter to replace, which is convenient, but that means you have to replace the whole unit when the filter runs out. That adds both extra expense and more hassle. If you live in an area with especially hard water, the system will struggle to keep up, and the flow rate will suffer as a result. The water also leaves residue inside containers when used for cooking. The Amazon Basics AMZBG30CW is a good choice if your only concern is overall capacity, but if you want more from your filter, this likely won't provide it. The number 8 position is held by Lake Industries Countertop Water Filter. This model from Lake Industries will certainly dress up any countertop you put it on, but its performance can't quite match its appearance. It's difficult to install, and the manufacturer doesn't offer much in the way of assistance. The instructions are next to impossible to understand. It does come with a filter wrench for what that's worth. It can filter about 1,000 gallons per filter, which is good but not great. The water lines are long, which gives you slack during installation, but that cuts down on your flow rate. You'll have to deal with drips as well, as it keeps letting water escape for about a minute after shutting it off. Worst of all though, is that it leaves a plastic aftertaste. The water may be clean, but it tastes like eating a soda bottle. Lake Industries makes a pretty filter, but they need to keep working if they want their product to be considered as useful as it is attractive. Next at number 9 we have iFilters Countertop Water Filter. The iFilters countertop seems to be intended to be as much a discussion piece as anything else, given its bright purple hue. It certainly stands out on your sink top, but unfortunately, it won't do much more than attract stares. The faucet adapter is extremely flimsy and may not survive the installation process. Replacing it with something more durable isn't much of an issue, but it's a problem that you shouldn't have to solve. It only has a 750-gallon capacity, so you'll have to change the filter more often than for other models. That drives up the overall cost to operate it, and it's not exactly cheap to begin with. The taste of the water is the real deal breaker though. It tastes of plastic, which obviously isn't what you want out of your water supply. The good news is that it has a powerful 0.5 micron filter, so there shouldn't be much nastiness floating in your water, but that still doesn't mean that you'll want to drink it. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by SimPure C1 Countertop Water Filter. The SimPure C1 has a double outlet design that makes it extremely easy to switch between filtered and unfiltered water, cutting down on the amount of clean water you waste. However, the threads on the faucet adapter are extremely rough, making it difficult to attach to your faucet. If you do manage to get it on, taking it off will be an even bigger pain down the line. The filter works slowly, so you have to be judicious with the amount of filtered water you use. This limits its utility for applications like cooking, which require using large quantities of H2O. It seems to leave quite a bit of chlorine in the water, unless you thoroughly flush the unit before using it. However, as noted above, there's only so much water that it will give you at a time, and you may be loath to waste some of it by flushing. The SimPure C1 has an innovative design, but its myriad flaws make it impossible for us to recommend it. That's all for today. We upload house product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.